Last time it was steak.
I like steak.
Oh, we're recording. I'm just gonna start it now, and you're just gonna cut all of it before this. Or use it as.
I felt like that was a pretty clean transition to the beginning of the podcast.
Or just use it as a bumper and then have this jingle.
I love ham.
Yeah. I'll actually just remix that into a song.
Alright, I'm gonna start.
Yeah, you do it.
Whatever.
Happy dawning and welcome to the second episode of Mr. V's Keys. Hello, Mr. V.
Hi.
Today's episode is music, and we gave each other some homework. We gave each other I gave you 4 songs to listen to. Did you listen to all of them?
I only listened to 3.
That's fair. Before we get into those songs, I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Have you always listened to that kind of music?
You know, I was never a big fan of music until I got into high school.
Why?
I don't know. I never listened to the radio. I didn't have CDs really. I think my first CD was the Bare Naked Ladies. That or Aqua.
Next question. It's kind of 2 questions. Do you ever find yourself singing and dancing to these kinds of songs that you listen to? Because they're just so upbeat. I feel like you would.
Yeah.
How often?
I don't know. I don't keep track.
I always find myself
That's
dancing.
creepy.
Creepy? Okay, I'm weird then. Okay, I think I'll talk about what I listened to first. Mr. V, you gave me 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit by Marina and the Diamonds. Americano by Lady Gaga. And one more. Dressed in Black by Sia.
Correct.
Fruit. Let's talk about that one first. I enjoyed it. It felt old. I'm not like in a bad way. It's just the video that I found, the official video, had like this weird like 90s looking thing, and it felt like it was from the 90s.
It was more of a throwback to the 1920s, actually.
Yeah, it felt like it was paying homage to older music.
Mm-hmm.
Next, let's go to Sia, because I'm going to save Americano for last.
Okay.
I did not like this one as much. It was much slower. That's why I didn't like it. And that can, like, I don't mean like slow music is bad. I listen to rap music, and some rap can be kind of slow. But it was a bit different, and I don't think I would ever find myself listening to it again.
It's dark. It's heartbreaking.
It definitely
It's
is.
lyrically about being shunned off into the corners of society and then coming back because that right person took care of you. Like, how glorious is that? It's about the lyrics. It's about just the heartbreak.
It was lyrically beautiful. I will say that. You've seen Sia live, right?
Correct, I have.
How was that?
One of the best concerts I've been to. One of the most unique concerts I've been to. She's just as good live as she is on the radio and on her albums, and it was one of those things that it wasn't all this big flash and dance. It was just her for the most part singing, but her voice and the story of her music and the emotion behind her music really, I think, reached out to the audience. It was one of the most excited audiences I've seen at a concert, so it was really cool.
Finally, Americano by Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this one the most.
It's mariachi techno.
That's why the techno.
That's how they described it when they created the music.
To be specific, it's house music.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a form of EDM, and house is my absolute favorite. So I fell in love with it. I like the Spanish that she sang. I loved it all. It was amazing. I don't think I would like go out of my way to go listen to it more, but if you put it on before class, I would enjoy it very much.
Good song.
It was. I had all these notes, and I just remembered all of it. It was amazing. So
Fabulous.
no need for that. Finally, next, what did you listen to?
Well, I listened to the 3 songs. You sent me Luke Fiasco. Can't remember which one it was. Daydreamin'. You sent me the Daft Punk Harder, Faster, Stronger, but it was a remix. That was when I was in high school, though. Like, that's not even...
Discovery is 1990s, whatever.
Yeah, but that was big when I was in high school, and then when I was in school, like, we used the Kanye remix that he used that with.
That was amazing.
Our senior year, and then you sent me a Madian song. I can't remember which one it was, but did you know that Madian actually produced music for Lady Gaga on her Art Pop album? Yeah,
I did.
And he opened up for her on tour.
I just saw him last Saturday.
Did you?
It was very exciting.
Good stuff. Something I could dance to. Something I could enjoy. But it's all that ultra electronic, that EDM, that I call it techno, but I don't think it's techno anymore because I'm dated on what music is. And it's just, I am somebody that doesn't have a huge musical preference in the style. I want the song to tell a story. I want it to be lyrically genius. I want there to be art and creativity behind it. And I'm sure there is art and I'm sure there's creativity behind EDM, but it's just something I don't get. Mm-hmm. And so I can't appreciate it as much as I should. And maybe that's just me being a curmudgeon and getting old. I don't know.
With the whole, like, story thing,
yes,
I thought you might have some appeal towards like a story in a song. That's why I sent you Daydream.
That, but I love him. So
you like him?
Yes, I his music's good. Mm-hmm. Kosher.
I grew up with rap music because I have a brother who's 24 right now, and he would listen to rap music, and I would just be in his room also listening to the same rap music. So I grew up with rap. And I grew up with Lupe Fiasco, and recently I think he just retired.
Probably.
Yeah, some Twitter fiasco.
Oh goodness, Twitter.
So I think he retired, which is unfortunate, but Daydream is a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And I love it. The Madion song I sent you, Shelter is what it's called.
Yes.
The guy who made the song with him.
Was that the Crunchyroll one?
Yes. The guy.
Oh, I'm here too, by the way. Hi.
Yeah, it's our tech guy. The guy who made the song with him, Porter Robinson, is a really big weeaboo. I don't know if you know what that means.
Oh, weeaboo?
It's.
Isn't that somebody that is like ultra Japaneseophile or something like a Japanophile?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not actually Japanese.
Uh-huh.
Like Carlos here.
Kagebushin no Jutsu.
Okay, Naruto.
Exactly. Hey, you got it.
I can't believe you got that. But so he got with some anime people, like cartoonists and stuff, and turned the music video for Shelter into like some super sad story about a girl who's like in some virtual world in space, and her dad died, and it made me cry every single time I watched it. Yeah, it's really weird.
Anime's weird.
It can be.
We should do an episode on weird foreign animation.
Can you do that?
Probably not.
There we go.
We can do an episode on
you
weird
don't have
foreign
to have me
animation.
in every episode. You can do what you want.
That would be weird. It's called
It is
Mr.
called
V's
Mr. V's
Keys.
Keys.
Without Mr. V.
That would be the weirdest
Mr.
episode.
V's Keys, the no V edition.
Okay, so we have very clashing, different
music taste. We have different music styles, but that's what makes the world go round, right?
Yeah.
Different perspectives, different loves, different music.
I'll
I'll take Sia and Lady Gaga and all that pop and all that.
And I'll take Daft Punk.
You can take Daft Punk and the EDM. Although I like Daft Punk because they dabble in disco.
Mm-hmm.
And discos. Bee Gees. Heck yeah.
And then I get to throw a wrench in the works and be like, I listen to classic rock. That's my thing.
Oh, I like classic rock as well.
What does that sound like?
Well, you know, the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
AC/DC.
AC/DC, yeah, a little
Do
bit.
you two consider classic rock?
Nah, less. They're more that harder rock that caught.
I'm seeing from the audience that yes, they're considered classic rock.
I would. Yeah. Okay.
Enya? Oh wait, no.
and then I also listen to a lot of alt
Never
rock,
I've listened to
The
Beatles,
Who
but
and
like
quite-
those other AC/DC and
It's
U2.
because you're foreign.
Well, so are they.
Oh, what a statement!
I know.
I think we
Might
should.
want to cut.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it stays.
That could just be the title of the episode. It's because you're
It's 'cause
boring,
you're
but no
boring.
one actually says it.
That would be great. People are like, why is this the title? Moving on to our keys.
Oh,
It's called Mr. V's Keys for a reason. This
That's
is our
my job.
first episode where we have one of your keys.
one. I feel like there's
Maybe
gonna be
multiple?
So this is all tied to music and like why music is successful, right?
Yeah.
Or at least can make us successful. Obviously, I think there's that whole the career aspect of so many people want to become a musician, whatever that means, whether it's a singer, a backup drummer, that kind of stuff, right? You see that in people all the time. So there's the obvious connection. I think for me though, you know, there's these questions that are asked on a philosophical level of what does it mean to be human, what's the meaning of life, and music is an art form. And art is what gives humans meaning. It's what gives us a direction in life. It's what ignites our passions. It's what inspires us. It's what creates culture, and developing culture, and that's success, right? Like without music, you don't have culture to an extent. I can't think of a single culture in human society that has not developed some form of music in some way. So I think it's just inherent in that it gives us meaning and brings us joy, and isn't that in and of itself a form of success, right? From a psychological standpoint, the research has actually shown two things. In education, if you have background noise going on, you can actually learn more. Because it provides context, and so your brain is building context, and so to be successful you should maybe be studying with classical music on or something like that, something that's kind of white noisy that you can kind of tune out but your brain is still picking up in the background, right? You don't want something that's going to distract you from the studying. Physical standpoint, music has shown to improve performance in the gym, weightlifting, cardio. So if you're listening to upbeat music, it is shown to actually improve your workout, and therefore there are your results right there, right? So if you're somebody who is struggling with weight or struggling to get to that next level in your squat, you got to find the right song, right? If you find the right song, you're probably going to be more motivated to work out, or you're going to be pumped up, you're going to be amped, you're going to get that adrenaline going, you're going to do that squat, or you're going to be more successful in the gym. And so psychology has really shown that there's this, you know, connection with listening to music and performance in the physical realm as well. So if you're somebody that is really into sports, get your music going. So music, I think, is just one of those things that it's inherent to being human, and it can really enhance our daily lives if we're using it correctly. So if you're using it at the gym, if you're using it in a way, classical music type stuff to help you study, if you are developing culture, if you're working on it in and of yourself, right? But they also show that people who study music are more successful in life in general. It's kind of like literacy. When you are studying music, it develops a part of the brain that doesn't necessarily get studied in other aspects of your classes that you take, especially in your formative years, elementary through high school. So if you pick up that instrument, if you pick up vocal performance, if you're somebody who can read sheet music, if you're somebody who can read sheet music, all of those components is really about brain development, and you're going to be more successful in life. And then I just think that it brings people together, right? Which is what we need as a successful society. Is you need cohesiveness, is you need people being brought together, you need people to work together, especially in this I think one of the most divisive eras of American history right now that we're living through, right? Share the love, spread the music, spread the wealth, spread all of the things that you know, and find a passion and connect with people you normally don't connect on. You might not be able to connect by race, religion, socioeconomic status, but I bet deep down that we can connect with music, and that brings people together, which creates a more successful, functioning society.
That was amazing.
Music's powerful. Music is amazing, right?
That was our first key.
Multiple
For
keys.
And that was brilliant.
Music. Use it. Go to the gym, right? Go connect with somebody. Do an extra squat. Study. Study an instrument.
Farewell, and remember,
Do good.